Hey guys, so today I am interviewing Alistair and Rob from the Night Eternal. I am so happy to have you guys. How are you both doing?
We're doing fine. How are you, man?
That's it. No, I'm brilliant. It's been a just all the viewers that will be watching this video. It's been a while. We've been trying to get these guys to do an interview, and we've finally managed to catch them. They've been very busy touring. So one thing I want to start the interview off with is I saw you guys with Blind Guardian. Can you tell us a little bit about that tour? How was it supporting Blind Guardian?
Ja, Alistair, erzähl.
Yeah, yeah. For me personally, I can. I think I can speak for the whole band. It was a fantastic experience to go on tour with such a big band. Um, and for us, it was actually the first time that we had like our own production completely with own backlines and own sound guy, and we had like to do everything like completely like
On our own.
yeah, completely on our own, and that meant that we had to like set everything up ourselves, sound check, and then in minutes after the show, like completely put everything aside so that Blind Guardian could start. And it was really stressful on the one hand, but yeah, I think it showed that we as a band can even handle those stressful situations well. So
I loved your
yeah,
performance. I
okay.
saw you guys in the Manchester show, and
Yeah,
you had a massive crowd there, and the energy you guys brought to the performance was phenomenal. You just lit up that stage. It was really great. So I mean,
Thanks, man.
I think one of you guys said to me, we had a little chat in the bar afterwards, and I think one of you guys said to me that's one of the biggest crowds you had played in front of, I think, in the UK.
Yeah, I think it was like 1,700 people, and yeah, it was one of the biggest crowds, of course. When we play and in clubs, we have like a couple of hundred people. But at festivals in Germany or in other countries, we already played like two, three, I think even 4,000 at the Nord Open Air in Essen, our hometown. And yeah, but I think in general there are quite worse ways to give a UK debut concert or bunch of concerts than going on tour with Blind Guardian. And
I bet you guys met so many amazing people and
yeah,
had some great experiences on that tour.
yeah, definitely
yeah, of
a
course.
lot.
There were so many people like coming to us after the show and saying that they didn't know us, but they were really impressed, and yeah, I think we gained a lot of new followers from the UK. So that's yeah.
Yeah,
For me
definitely.
personally, I mean, the UK doesn't have a massive scene. I think
Mm.
there's promoters, for instance, up in Newcastle. You've got Biker Grave Bookings who are doing a great job at bringing a lot of the new wave stuff from Europe over to the UK. You know, bands like Seven Sisters and Smolder have played there recently, and of course, like places like London are other great places to play. So we're slowly seeing more bands coming over here, but it's always a pleasure when bands like yourselves come over and play. We don't get it that often. Germany gets a lot of the metal. We don't get so much, unfortunately. um, yeah. So okay.
Yeah,
So
but maybe it's not because of you, but it's because of the customs.
yeah, yeah,
Since you're outside the European Union,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. That's been. I think I've spoken to quite a few bands, and that seems to be a kind of reoccurring topic that I think is to do with the customs. That's been causing a lot of bands. It's very expensive to tour as well these days. For a lot of small bands. Um, so yeah. So you know, when you come off like shows and stuff and these big tours, how do you just reconnect with normality, everyday life? How do you get back into going back to the job, or, you know, seeing families?
Yeah.
How do you disconnect from that touring life?
I
Yeah.
mean, there is this thing like the post tour depression, I guess. So yeah, you have to you have to like yeah, it's yeah, sometimes it's hard to like yeah, get back to your everyday life after that, because yeah, it's less fun. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, every one of us has an like Alistair said, an everyday job. So it's yeah, it's not like that we come home and we got nothing to do anymore. There is
Yeah.
still something to do, but as Alistair said, maybe yeah, a little bit less fun than being on tour and yeah, playing a gig every day, drinking some beers, some partying after the show.
We'll have the
This
Iron
is of
Maiden
course,
beer.
yeah, yeah. This is of course like a never-ending weekend if you're on tour and playing shows. But for example, after our February tour, when we really did the whole February from the 1st to I think we were at home 26th of February when we did the tour with Lucifer and Angel Witch, and then later with Ethic and Lucifer. Believe me or not, I was really happy the next day I could go to work. I was really happy not seeing my band, not playing a show, not having to have a drink, but just sitting in an office with normal people and not talking about music, heavy metal, or something different. And I really enjoyed it. So for me, it's really, it has to be a mixture of both. Just heavy metal and partying is also not
Sometimes you really
the best
just
thing
need to
for
just
me.
disconnect from that lifestyle, you know, and it's
Mhm.
especially when it must be a very, very intense lifestyle. You sometimes just need to disconnect from that just for a moment,
Yeah, for sure, for
go
sure.
back to normality. So, what I want to do next is go all the way back. So, from what I understand, you guys formed in 2018. Around 2018, you guys got together.
Yeah, around 2018, like at the end of 2018, and then 2019, I think we played a first show when we had massive 3 songs.
How did you guys form? How did you all know each other beforehand, or?
I think Alistair will tell you.
Yeah, we all know each other for a long time actually, but yeah, we never made music together. So it was like one day when we were sitting in the studio of my father. He has a little home studio where he yeah, he also recorded the first EP and even the first album, Moonlit Cross. And yeah, Robert was yeah, recording with his old band back then, and me and Ricardo were like sitting. We were drinking a beer and sitting and yeah, and just watching Robert play some guitar,
Did
and
you
then yeah, just randomly came up with the yeah, with the idea to maybe do something together with our like an own band. And yeah, that was basically when the idea for the Night Eternal came up.
did you guys kind of have like a kind of idea for the sound when you started? Because you got your music is very dark and mysterious, and to me it's like heavy metal, but it also combines like this really dark kind of vibe to it.
Yeah,
It's like really dark feeling.
that's maybe kind of a fun fact, because at the very beginning we tried to do, yeah, what was it? It was not really heavy metal, but we went for like an 80s stadium rock, something like maybe what I don't know
Yeah,
which
something like maybe like Scorpions, maybe. And this is
yeah, all I think Scorpions was even the second version. I think the first version was something like Journey, but
Yeah.
then we realized that maybe we shouldn't try what we not really are. And then we just thought again, and we were like, yeah, okay, then let's do some typical sinister heavy metal, because around that time, and yeah, even today, there are still not that much heavy metal bands who play this, let me call it yeah, sinister style of heavy metal, or traditional style of heavy metal, because there are a lot of bands who play, I would call it like happy metal. Yeah, always. There are a lot of bands from example, from Mexico or other countries. So in my opinion, yeah, don't play in traditional style of heavy metal, because for me traditional heavy metal is like Black Sabbath, and Black Sabbath have always been sinister and never be happy. Okay, maybe on the Aussie albums there are some single songs that are maybe you could say, okay, they are not in a minor key, but they're in a major key and they're really happy. But in general, this sinister style of heavy metal for me is the traditional one, the classic one, and yeah, this is why we went for just on a natural way. We wanted to do the music we wanted to hear around the time, and that was this yeah, sinister dark style of heavy metal.
Do you remember the kind of the first songs that you wrote for your EP? Did you kind of, when you were doing the writing process, did you jam out covers and then come up with the ideas for those first few songs for the EP?
Oh yeah, this is a good question. I think we I think at one of the first rehearsals we tried to cover Mother of Glenn Danzig, but I think I was too dumb to play the guitar part, right? I was always one note behind or one note before, so we just canceled it and made our own songs.
Yeah.
And do you remember
think
do you remember the first
like
song
this.
that you wrote as a band?
I think the first song was Eternal Night.
Yeah.
The first song from the EP also. It was Eternal Night, Mark of Cain, Vindicta. Then we did the Priest cover, and then we already recorded it.
And so around that time, you guys joined, from what I understand, Dying Victims Productions, which is pretty cool. So how did that collaboration come about?
Ah, okay. Yeah, I talked to Flo at a New Year's Eve party. It must have been the New Year's Eve from, I think, 18 to 19, and I just hit him up. I think when I was going on the toilet and he was going outside the toilet, I just told him, "Hey, Flo, I've got a new band together. We're playing like yeah, sinister heavy metal, a little bit like In Solitude, and a little bit like In Solitude, Tribulation, and the Scorpions and Judas Priest." Mixture. And he was just like, yeah, okay, yeah, send me, okay. And yeah, then a few days later I sent him everything, and yeah, 1 week later we met again in Helvete, which is also yeah, you could call it a famous club in the Ruhr area. Yeah, and he liked it, and yeah, wanted to release it, and then it took another, yeah, I think 5 months, and then yeah, then it got out. This
Amazing,
is the
because
story.
a lot of bands these days do it all independent, but that must have been quite a big thing to help the band move forward in your career.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, nice. So, as musicians and vocalists, are you all self-taught, or have you taken like music lessons?
Mm. I I can just speak for myself. I had a guitar teacher from like when I was 13 to from 13 to 16 maybe, maximum 17. So like 3 or 4 years I had a teacher, and yeah, then I stopped getting better.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never took I never took drum lessons or anything. I just did it completely on my own. I just basically by just playing. I even never really played like covers or yeah, you know, this typical like playing Back in Black or something. uh I never did that. It was really like going into the rehearsal room with friends and just playing stuff. So yeah, that's for me. Yeah.
nice. So, so moving to a different subject, what can you guys tell me about Germany, especially kind of like where you guys grew up, and what is the metal scene kind of like to both of you in Germany, would you say?
Yeah, so I think you are referring to the Ruhr area.
So were you guys formed the band? The kind of like the places where you grew up, the metal circuit, more kind of like the heavy metal circuit. What would you say it's like uh, there for you, basically?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in general, I would say Germany is a very, very good place for heavy metal or all kinds of rock music, especially the Ruhr area, and especially the city Essen in Ruhr area. I would call it, of course, yeah, kind of heavy metal capital of Germany, maybe
100%.
of Europe, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, you really have like every weekend one or two or three metal concerts. Yeah, if it's a little concert in the in the Helvete I mentioned, or if it's one a little bit bigger in the Turok, yeah, all the bigger bands play in. Also Turok is in Essen, Helvete is in Oberhausen. It's like 10 minutes from main station to main station. And there for bigger bands, yeah, of course, there's Turbinenhalle also in Oberhausen. Yeah, there are bands playing like, yeah, Megadeth was 2 weeks ago there, or
Nice.
Saxon. We played with Saxon there. I think, yeah, 1.5 years ago. So yeah, if you like heavy metal and want to be really active in the scene, the Ruhrgebiet and Essen, of course, is the best. Is the place to be in Germany. And sometimes you even have to choose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I going to a little concert there, or am I going for a bigger band there? And yeah, of course, also a lot of heavy metal pubs. Um, you get a lot of heavy metal pubs. What means a lot? Not a lot, but like two, three, or four. You can choose of. This is uh, in yeah in here in comparison to other cities in Germany or other cities in general. This is of course a luxury for a heavy metal maniac.
Nice, absolutely brilliant, brilliant. I'll have to go and explore Germany a bit more. I've been to a few
Yeah,
places.
for
I,
sure,
I
for
need to
sure.
explore a bit more, I think. Go and find some
Mm.
old bars and see some
Yeah,
bands.
you can. Yeah, just hit us up when you're in the Ruhr area or something, and we can
100%,
show
100%.
you some.
We can show you the really nice corners around here.
Yeah.
I've been to Frankfurt, Cologne, Bad Nauheim,
Okay.
Berlin, but I've
Mhm.
still yet to explore
Okay.
places like Essen, Hamburg. So I need to get out
Yeah.
there and do a bit more exploring, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, I want to speak a bit about Moonlit Cross. So, in a nutshell, what can you tell us about that record? For instance, the writing, the recording process. Do you have any favorite tracks, and kind of what does that record mean to you?
I mean, yeah, of course, it's our first full-length album, so it was like, yeah, from like from the EP to the album, it was like yeah, I think it was a big step for us. Also songwriting concerning songwriting, but yeah, I think for me it's like how can I say it's like Robert,
Ja.
es ist quasi so der Grundstein sozusagen für das Fatale-Album, also so das, wo wir noch nicht so ganz unseren Sound gefunden haben, aber das so,
Ja, ja, die Basis, the basis.
yeah, it's like it's like a important record for like
The foundation. It's the
yeah, the
foundation.
foundation.
That's it, the foundation.
Yeah, so like a foundation for the next album Fatale, where we grew much more and like found our like style more. So it's like for me, it's like an important step in between the EP and the Fatale record.
In between the worlds, you wanted to say.
I actually, because funny enough, I actually only discovered you guys last year, and it was actually reviewing your latest album. And so I kind of actually listened to your music backwards. So I actually listened to that album not too long ago, and there's such a massive difference in the sound from the first album to Fatale. What kind of made you decide on the direction change between the two albums? You notice that it's very different on the first one, and it's more, I'd say it feels more dark on the second album.
Okay. You mean sound-wise or also
Yeah,
songwriting-wise?
sound wise, and maybe so I can hear the difference between the songwriting. It's definitely, you guys have definitely grown as a band from the
Yeah.
first album. But what made you kind of, I'd say, change the sound direction from the first album to the second album? Did you have an idea in mind that you wanted to go darker?
Yeah, I think it was a kind of natural process because the first album we still recorded it in the studio where we talked about the band the first time at Alistair's father's in Alistair's father's basement, and yeah, it was around the time of the pandemic where we recorded it. So yeah, we really took a long time and put a lot of effort also in the pre-production. But in the end, yeah, it was the first album, the first approach of a young band doing an album, and yeah, I think you hear it when you listen to the record, yeah. On the other hand, the Fatale album, we had yeah, we yeah really wanted to do better songs. Yeah, we not just went for okay, we got one riff, okay, we got a second riff, you got a chorus, oh, that's a song, and here's gonna come the next guitar solo. But we really went for the most important is the song. The most important is the song, and yeah, we just try to do the best possible for the music, exactly the thing what we would like to hear as a listener. And yeah, the thing you talked about with that it's even yeah, darker than the first record. I think this also came just natural. So we didn't say that we want to do it darker, but we just said, yeah, we want to do yeah, we want to be more the Night Eternal than on the first record, yeah. But because I think, of course, on the first album, you could say, okay, this song sounds maybe like this band, and this song sounds maybe like this band. But in my humble opinion, the second album is much more the Night Eternal, and definitely has this own style. And yeah, if you call it like dark heavy metal, or even darker than the first record, then it's totally okay for us. And I'm sure on the third album we will also have another change of the musical style. Yeah, we will not do indie rock on the third album, but we will for sure yeah, change some little things. But in the end, it's just going to be more the Night Eternal. Yeah, maybe it's going to be more hard rock than the second album. Maybe it's going to be more heavy metal. Maybe it's going to be darker. Maybe it's going to be more melodic. Who knows? We will see.
Did your recording kind of process change between the albums? So when you done your first album, did you have a kind of, I guess for the kind of music nerds here, did you have like a specific guitar setup or drum setup that you had for the first album that changed a little bit?
This is maybe something I forgot to tell. Yeah, the first album we did with Aleister's father. Yeah, and the second album we did with Marco Brinkmann, who also works with Vulture, or with Cruel Force, for example, or with Attic. And yeah, he is, I'd say he's a little bit more, or more than just a classic sound guy that records and mixes your tunes, but he really worked as a producer, and always, yeah, just try to ja, Alistair, wie sagt man auf Englisch, das letzte Stück rauszukitzeln.
Yeah, I think he's like just he's like a really like a nerd in that kind of it's like you're I mean with the first album we we didn't have that much like recording experience ourselves, so we didn't, I guess you could say, we didn't really know really how we want to sound. So with the next album Fatale, we had like a lot of like meetups with Marco to like really get to, for him just to describe how we wanted to sound, and so that he could do the like the technical stuff to make it happen that way. So we didn't really like I could not say what he actually did or what was special, what he was doing, but he just like translated our
Or vision.
our vision like into the sound, basically. That's yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite tracks from both the albums that you specifically love playing live?
Yeah, for sure. From the first album, of course, Elysian, Shadow Servants, a Moonlit Cross, always the closer of the set. Yeah, and Deadly as a Scythe is also a song we like to play live when we got the time. And from the second album, it's really hard to choose for me. But if I have to choose, it would be, of course, our opener, Between the Worlds, in Tartarus, Prince of Darkness. Yeah, and a song we didn't play live so far, but I already tapped it in Guitar Pro, so I think this year it will happen. Let me just look it up. I like every song of this record. Yeah, We Praise Death. I think we're gonna play Replace Death this year. Yeah, of course, I like Stars Guide My Way also to play.
That is my
totally
favorite
forgot.
Track. Stars Guide My Way is my favorite track. I absolutely love that one. And Ricardo's voice, I think, really threw on that song. He's got such a unique voice.
If I have to choose one favorite track of all albums, my favorite track, the Night Eternal track ever, is Run with the Wolves.
Yes, great track, brilliant track.
This is definitely my favorite track. And yeah, we already played it live like twice. And yeah, it was fun.
So I want to just ask one more question about the albums before we just jump onto a different subject. So the artwork is awesome. Who does your artworks for your records? Have you stuck with the same person, or have you gone with a different artist each time?
Yeah,
First record? Yeah, erzähl.
yeah, actually every record is from a different artist. So the first EP was someone, I think he I think he's not doing it anymore. So it was like just a short period of where he like did artworks. I don't even remember his name, to be honest.
Master Visual Decay.
Yeah, that was him.
But I think he's active again. I saw him on Instagram. He
Oh,
wrote
okay.
that he's active again.
Yeah, and the second artwork was like hand painted by Lena Richter, who also does artworks for like Hellas, the latest, I think the latest 2 albums were done by Lena. Yeah, she's an incredible artist. So yeah, we
Brilliant.
always like really liked her paintings that she posted on Instagram. So yeah, we just and we are friends with her, so we just got in touch with her, and she was happy to do the artwork for us.
So we're gonna have a bit of fun now, and I like to ask this question to a lot of bands when I interview them. So out of all the band members, who would you say spends all the time in front of the mirror? Who's the person who spends a lot of time packing their gear and setting up? Who's the person that gets all the attention? And who would you say is the quiet one?
Who gets all the attention? Definitely Ricardo.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yes.
Ricardo. Yeah, for sure.
Robert is the guy who is always looking in the mirror.
Oh. Just rumors. Just rumors.
No, I don't think so.
And what was the other one?
Who spends all the time setting up their gear and packing it down?
I think that I think Henry, you could say.
Yeah, maybe Henry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the last one? The quiet one?
Yeah, the quiet one.
Maybe sometimes Aleister, but after a few drinks, he's also not quiet.
So is he also are you also the biggest drinker in the band?
No.
Biggest drinker?
No, that's also Robert.
No. The heaviest drinker is Ricardo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fantastic. So basically I just want to find out a little bit more. So kind of what kind of touring plans have you got for the rest of the year? What gigs have you got coming up? Any big performances?
Yeah, let me look it up in the calendar here. Yeah, we have the tour in November with Lucifer again, with Lucifer and Tenneth this time. I can tell you the dates exactly. So yeah, 1 second. Yeah, there are a few dates in Germany again. Yeah, so the tour is starting in Hildesheim, in Oldenburg in Germany, in Dresden, Germany. Then we're going to Poland and the Czech Republic. Yeah, we play in Poznan, in Ostrava, in Warsaw, in Krakow. Then 1 gig in Hungary. Then a gig in Austria. Then in Milano, in Italy. Then in the Schweiz. Was heißt nochmal Schweiz? Switzerland, ja genau, Switzerland. Yeah. And and then in 2 gigs in Germany, Freiburg, Cologne, and then the Netherlands, one last gig.
You've got
in
Hell's Heroes next
Amsterdam.
year, just announced, which is pretty cool. So it's the US guys, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
supposed
Hell's
to be
Heroes.
Ah, okay, yeah, Aleister, tell them.
it will be in March, I think March 20 to March 22nd, in 2025, and yeah, we're stoked because it's like, of course, it's our first time in the US, and I think yeah, it was just the first batch of bands that was announced, but I think the whole lineup will be fucking awesome. So we're
Yeah,
really
for sure.
looking forward to that one. Yeah, and besides that, we have just, yeah, I mean, festival season is going on, so we of course are doing some festivals here in Germany, and we just
In Spain
in Spain in August we have another festival.
and in Spain also in October at the Full Metal Holiday on Mallorca.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah,
And
So it's
hopefully,
also a gig in Germany.
hopefully UK,
If you
maybe
want so.
hopefully a return to UK in 2025 as well. Fingers crossed. That'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
fingers
yeah,
crossed.
we would love to, yeah.
So
And I think it will happen,
so
yeah.
basically, just to kind of, I would say, wrap up this interview, what can you guys tell our viewers about the third album? What stage is it at? Did you have any material left over from, say, Fatale that you're going to be using for the new album? Is there anything you can give us some hints as to what's to come?
So the album is being pre-produced. We have like 7, 8 songs. We have a pre-production for. We started it for 4 songs, but then we realized one song was shit, so we canceled this song. So we got right now in the pre-production 3 songs, but I got another 5 in my head and on my phone. And I think next week, if we got a little bit a little bit time again, we're free again. Yeah, we will try to maybe record another 2. And then yeah, do the next pre-production. But the goal is for this year definitely to finish the pre-production, record the album yeah, maybe at the end of the year or by the beginning of the new year, and then put it out definitely in 2025. I'd say not in summer, but something like after festival season, like October or something like this.
Where can fans buy your music and merch? Where can they go find you guys on the internet?
Yeah, of course, on Instagram and on Facebook, just the name of the band, The Night Eternal. And yeah, you can also get a lot of our merch yeah, on our in our online shop, yeah, the Big Cartel shop. Just put it on Google, The Night Eternal shop, The Night Eternal Big Cartel, something like this. Yeah, and that's it. We still don't got TikTok, maybe in the future. Yeah, and that's it.
Guys, well, it's been an absolute pleasure today. Thank you so much for finally doing this interview with us on the new
Thank
wave,
you.
traditionalheavymetal.com. We look forward to seeing what is going to be happening with the festivals and the new album. And for now, I shall say thank you very much. And this interview will be up somewhere in the near future. But yeah, guys, thanks so much. And I will speak to
All
you soon.
right. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you, man.
Bye.